Hi, and welcome back to another Modern Day Wise Woman episode. Today's topic is all about why you shouldn't date immediately after a relationship. Listen, I have been there and I know how difficult it is after you've broken up with someone to be alone. It can feel incredibly scary and downright lonely to be alone. And there are some of you out there who aren't even used to being alone. Maybe you've been in a marriage for 10, 20, 30 years, or you're somebody who has just always been in a relationship. So it's your pattern to go from person to person to person. But I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to be really clear on why it is the most loving and healthiest and promising thing for you to do, which is to take a space immediately after a relationship. So, I'm not going to keep you waiting. Let's dive right in. Reason number one why it is so much more loving for you to take that break from dating is because you need the time to grieve. You've just come out of a relationship, and it doesn't matter if you were in that relationship with that person for 2 weeks or 20 years or 2 years. You attached yourself to someone. You had a vision with that person. You had dreams with that person. Perhaps you even have kids together or a dog together. The bottom line is that you were connected in a particular way, and you now have to learn how to go back to living your life without that connection, without that person, without that future and all of those dreams. In addition, you might even have mutual friends, or some of you work in the same place and you have to see this person often. And that in and of itself is extremely painful and very difficult. And it doesn't matter if you had a good breakup or if you had a messy breakup. It is going to be difficult. The very last thing that you want to do at this stage is add another person whose emotions, thoughts, and feelings, as well as their entire life, that you have to be concerned about. The only person you want to be taking care of right now while you are grieving is yourself. Let's talk about the state that you're in. So you, my friend, have just broken up with someone. You've just ended a relationship. And you may have noticed that your emotions are like up and down. They're like waves. Sometimes you think about the situation and you're elated, you're over the moon. You're like, amazing. I can start a new life, or I can do something, that I've never been able to do because I was with that person. Or you might be like, good riddance. I finally, got rid of this person that wasn't good enough for me. And then other times you feel like this is the end of your life. What are you going to do? Who are you going to find that you had a connection with, like this person? Or if it's been a long time since you've dated, you may be even afraid of dating, or what's it going to be like? I mean, there's just a whole slew of emotions that come up after a breakup. And all of that is perfectly normal. Now, I want to explain to you what this is doing to you on an energetic level and an emotional level and a spiritual level. So when you go through a breakup and you're going through all of these emotions up and down, it's almost like you get kind of like these little holes or these little tears, rips, and cracks in your aura, and your mind just doesn't feel as clear. It doesn't feel as focused. You might even have feelings of depression. This is a really sensitive time for you. So again, just like the previous reason I gave you, this is not the time now when you want to add another human being with all of their baggage, all of their emotions, and all of the stuff that they come with to you. Chances are, if you do that, what is actually happening in this rebound relationship is you guys are sedating each other. You're numbing each other to the pain and the reality of your breakups, or certainly your breakup, because I'm talking to you right now. I can't speak for the other person. It only means that you're more likely to have a spiritual infection, which AKA means drama like crazy, and you feeling even worse than you did after you broke up. Or you'll end up in another relationship. So maybe you and this person will get together, and chances are it'll be just like the relationship that you left, right? Because again, you always attract that which you are in the present moment. So if you yourself are not feeling healed and not feeling whole, then you can pretty much bet that that person is either in the same emotional state that you are in, or they're attracted to you because using someone like you is fun for them, easy for them, or makes them feel more powerful at a subconscious level. Next, it's important for us to talk about being alone. So many people are desperately afraid of being alone, so much so that they would rather be with somebody who hurts them or uses them, or certainly just isn't able, available, or capable to honor them. And I want you to take a look at yourself right now in your life and ask yourself if you're just so afraid of being alone. And if you are, I want you to know that it's okay. You're not alone. There are millions of people around the world like you. And I wish I could give you the Pop-Tart solution to getting over that fear. But the truth is that the best way to confront a fear of being alone is to actually step into the darkness and start to be alone. The fear of being alone is very much like the monster in the closet when you're a little kid. You know, you have this idea of what the monster looks like, though you've never seen it. And so it is that uncertainty that creates most of the fear. You just think, oh my God, it's going to be so bad. I'm going to get hurt by the monster and I'm going to die. And that is, again, exactly what's happening with being alone. But when you actually give yourself that time and space and you be alone, though you will experience lows, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm speaking to you from experience. I'm not just speaking to you as somebody who's blabbing a bunch of theory. It drives me nuts when people just talk about things in theory. I'm telling you because I've done this for myself and I've done this for hundreds of clients. So when you allow yourself to go and lean into the things that you're most afraid of, you actually see that they're not as bad, and what is possible is a breakthrough. This is the fastest way to have a breakthrough and to actually heal and be somebody who is ready for the kind of love that you deserve. So let me just summarize this particular point. You actually want to be alone if your fear is being alone. Last but not least, it's time for you to celebrate yourself and date yourself instead of dating someone else. So you've had to grieve, you've had to, confront your emotional state, you've had to lean into the darkness and confront your fear of being alone. And now the only person that you need to be dating is yourself. So you've had to grieve. You've had to, confront your emotional state. You've had to lean into the darkness and confront your fear of being alone. And now the only person that you need to be dating is yourself. I like to call it a welcome home party. Because when you've been in a relationship with someone and you fused with them, there are little pieces of yourself that get lost. And part of the reason why the breakup happened is because you needed to come home to yourself. You needed to find yourself again. You needed to grow and expand. So have a homecoming party for you. I mean, literally, go out, get balloons, get a cake, invite your friends, your girlfriends, your guys. Do whatever you need to do, but have that homecoming for you and celebrate you and surviving, and not even just surviving, but thriving through the experience of a broken heart. This is what's going to have you heal and actually bring the kind of energy and love into your life that you really want. Additionally, I wanted to tell you that I've already created 2 videos on what to do when someone breaks your heart. So if you want further details on, if you want a step-by-step on what to do specifically when the heartbreak happens, then go check those out. I'll make sure the links are below for you. As always, it's been a pleasure doing this video for you. If you really like the video, be sure to let me know in the comments so that I know this is the kind of content that you guys find useful. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It makes sure that you get my videos delivered to your inbox the moment that they are published. I am accepting new clients right now. Book yourself a consultation if you've gone through a horrible heartbreak, or you're just someone who wants to fall more deeply in love with yourself. I am available for you, and all the links will be in the description box below. You guys, have yourselves an amazing week, and I'll see you for the next video. Mwah.